Hi everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm gonna push this back a little bit. I just want to say that the reason why I care if people like me or not is because I know the kind-natured woman that I am. I would give my shirt off my back to help somebody else in need, versus doing what certain content creators are doing, which is just spewing hate. Hate and violence is what creates chaos in the world, and I don't support that. I'm not going to support it. And no, I don't have to follow Nora. And I don't have to follow Nora's trolls, because I know the vile content that they put out on a daily basis. I don't have to support them. I don't have to like them. I don't have to put up with it. However, I've seen the abuses that she has done behind the scenes, and it's disgusting, and I'm not going to tolerate it. If you do come over to this channel and troll from Nora's chat, you will be deleted and blocked immediately. This is my line in the sand. I have no reason to lie about what I've seen behind the scenes, but I'm going to continue to speak my truth. I've seen people in the chats of Nora that used to be about all of being included in a lot of things. And now it's not about being inclusive or welcoming environment for people to speak their truth about Scientology or to speak their truth about what's going on with them. There is so much targeted hate that I don't appreciate it. And many of us who have spoken out about Scientology knows that Scientology is the abusers of children. They have abused children by not allowing the authorities in when a child is SA'd or when a teenager is married to another adult. This is an abusive practice of the CANRA Act, the Child Abuse Neglect Reporting Act. And I can tell you, neglect plays a big role in children being taken away from their parents. My mother testified in a starvation case of an infant, and what was found out was horrific. The weeks that this child was taken away from their abusive parent, they were thriving. And as soon as they gave the child back to the abusive parents, it died. So, and it took a toll on my mom to testify because she was a public health nurse. When you are a mandatory reporter, you have to report every single act of sexual assault, abuse, or neglect. And there's a lot of neglect in a child's life when they are in Scientology. A lot of times they are separated from their parents. These ranches that were set up that are no longer exist were ranches for the Sea Org members' children to do Scientology work and to do forced manual labor. In the Sea Org, they work 110 hours a week for $50 a week, if they get paid. A lot of times Scientology doesn't pay their Sea Org members. I don't support the channels that hate on other content creators because in other spaces, they don't allow trolling. I can tell you in the Facebook community, they don't allow trolling, they don't allow bullying, because there are many children unaliving themselves. I speak the truth. I'm going to continue to speak the truth because I do have children that watch my channel and know my channel has integrity because I do shelling content and I do other content outside of the anti-Scientology space. We can all just come together and be kind. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are doing behind the scenes to hurt others. And I've seen people in this space that used to be about all inclusiveness in Nora's chat. And I'm going to continue to speak my truth because Nora has aligned herself with every known troll that has targeted ex-Scientologists in this ex-Scientology space. I'm not going to support that. She also has been aligning herself with some very vile human beings, like Tommy Scoville, Echoplex Media, Jamie Thomas, Mrs. J, Tidy One Skip, and several others that have harassed people in this space. I don't support that either, and I'm going to continue to speak my truth because the abuses of Scientology should be at the forefront, not hating on other content creators for doing the content that they love or doing content about other things. This is why I care about why people don't like me or if they like me or not. So I do support channels that are kind and decent and just loving and welcome people in, because that's what happens in the Facebook Facebook space. Sorry, I'm very tired because of all the heated tensions with what's happening politically in our country. I support kind and caring channels. Shellcade, who created his channel, he created his channel out of depression. I also support Solace and Shelling. He just lost his dog last year. People need to start understanding that people have better issues to deal with outside of the anti-Scientology space to be dealing with known trolls that have targeted others, have harmed others, and have tried to hurt others. Second of all, it doesn't matter who we follow. It really doesn't. We can follow anyone who we want. I still follow Jenna's channel. And you want to know why? Because she's doing the work, exposing the abuses about Scientology. Some people have lost the plot about exposing Scientology for what it is, which is a human trafficking cult that does target children and that has harassed ex-Scientologists. And those dead agent packs that Nora used on her channel to try to expose Aaron, it's not factual. And guess what? People are done with Nora Ames. Done. Nora Ames is a toxic troll within our community. Her channel does need to be taken down for all the vile content that she's done. And yes, she did dox Feral Cheryl and Aaron. Saying somebody's name is not doxing Mrs. J. It's a proven fact. And your content and your demeanor is vile. I've seen things behind the scenes that you have tried to do to other content creators in this space. It's disgusting. I don't support any human trafficking organization. I don't support people who think it's okay to create their own cult to trash others. Nora has done that. And I also don't support lies being said about me, Susie, George, Marilyn, Natalie. Natalie hasn't spoken about anything in the anti-Scientology world for a while because she has a job outside of YouTube. I have a job outside of YouTube. Many others have jobs outside of YouTube. And I will continue to support Dusty's channel. I don't have to support what is going on over Nora's channel because she does grift for money. It's a proven fact. She's become a channel like Fleece Reese because she's grifting for money too as well. And what Barb actually stated about Reese and Tommy, it's actual factual information. Same with what Marilyn said about Tommy Scoville being a sexual predator in this space. I'm going to continue to support my friends. However, I'm not going to continue to support toxic, vile content creators that just want to spew hate on a daily basis and do nothing to fight the Church of Scientology. Yes, Cece was a beautiful member of this community. She wanted to expose her crimes that she committed within the Church of Scientology. She actually did a police report on the abuses that she did within Scientology while she was in there. When Jenna, Serge, and Aaron did their camera speech, Nora was supporting everything that DOA was doing at that meeting to disrupt the meeting and disrupt the message about the Child Abuse Neglect Reporting Act. Nora supported that. So I'm just putting a little fun fact out there. Nora's not what she says she is. If Nora was a true friend to Aaron, she wouldn't be doing all the vile things that she has done behind the scenes to try to create division and conflicts within the anti-Scientology community. I do watch other channels outside of the anti-Scientology space. I'm going to support my friends. I'm going to continue to do my work behind the scenes to expose some of the abusive people that are in Nora's chat. Like Tampa B-Man, Janet from Another Planet, and all these other people that used to be in Aaron's chat. Because I'm disgusted with what is going on. I am absolutely disgusted. We don't necessarily have to agree on how to protest. But in the anti-Scientology space, when it was all-inclusive, it was a lot better. Because the message about Scientology was getting out there instead of not being sugar-coated like it is now. There were people out there that were protesting Scientology that actually saw abuses with children happening in real time. Like on Kelly's stream when those two children wanted to escape from their father who was in Scientology. It's absolutely abusive that the Church of Scientology covers up these crimes and covers up children brides in Scientology and covers up the abuses of Scientology within the Scientology space. And regardless if we're a small channel, we are meant to be here. We are meant to do the work that we are doing. We are meant to make awareness for other people so they don't fall into a cult. Because people are easily coerced into cults. People are easily coerced into cults that might not seem harmful at first, because that's how they reel you in. It's similar to like a self-help group. That's how they reel you in. But once you get onto that bridge of total freedom, you're not allowed to be a Christian. You're not allowed to be a Catholic. You're not allowed to be a Jew and Scientologist when you're a Scientologist. I support people who do the right thing and report the abuses. Same with similar in the animal care industry. If you see an animal being abused, you really should report that. I saw where an animal care specialist in the field was trying to save a dog's life that was overheating, clearly overheating. And if he had stayed in that vehicle a couple minutes more, it would have died. This man was arrested for doing the right thing. People need to stop to think how many people are being put in jail for crimes that they didn't commit. And no, Aaron isn't amping up his tactics. That's a false narrative coming out of Nora's camp. A false narrative. I've seen her tactics amping up and getting vile and disgusting just so she can enrage her chat to get super chats and to get money. I don't make money off my videos, but I am speaking the truth. She's no better than Reese. She's no better than Tommy. And she's no better than these harmful trolls that have targeted ex-Scientologists in this space. She supports the fake SPTV Foundation. She even quotes them on a daily basis on her channel. It's proof positive everything that she is doing. It's same with what's happened with Liz Gale. Liz Gale, I used to trust her for the Scientology content. I no longer do, because I've seen some vile things that she has also done too, as well. This is why I don't go on Reddit. I don't go on the subreddit. I don't go into the Discord, because I know it's all vile crap. People need to just be kind and do the right thing and keep their community safe when they are online. Because many people have been brought into this community that have been harmful. Nora tries to claim that ZDT was brought into this community by Aaron. No. That's not a true statement at all. ZDT did other content on other people's channel, like Doug Scott Kramer's channel. Aaron did not bring this guy into the community. Scientology is winning when people who are targeting others. And no, it's not an assault when somebody steps on somebody else's foot or accidentally bumps into them. It's not an assault. Neither is Fun Run Powder. And the guy was wearing a mask, and it only got on the back of his shirt, Nora. You guys claim to be the experts in everything. You're not. And it's proof positive the way you treat others. This is why I'm so passionate about being kind, caring, and honest about things that I have seen in this community. I'm also kind and caring, and I'm going to speak the truth about protesters who have amped up their tactics. Pearl Snappy was one of them. Nance Drew was another one. Nance Drew did amp up her tactics a little bit. I don't support those channels. I don't support any of these channels that want to rage bait or clickbait for clicks and views. I don't support that. I try to keep my community safe, and that's all I can do. The community and the people that I love safe. This is what all mods should be doing. and I've seen moderators that have not. Selfless Self was another one who used to go into the chats and stir up drama when there was no drama to be had. So I've seen it behind the scenes, and I'm going to speak my truth, and I'm going to continue to speak my truth, because what I've seen happening in the anti-Scientology community shouldn't be happening. What I've seen in the animal care industry with the trolls telling veterinarians and vet techs that they're all about money and that they're vile human beings and that they don't want to save lives is awful. Sometimes the animal must be euthanized in a humane way, in a compassionate way, because the animal will not survive. So this fallacy and this thought thinking needs to stop. We need to just be kind and caring. I know people who have lost loved ones during the pandemic, and I can tell you I was heartbroken when I heard people saying, oh, vaccines don't work. Vaccines absolutely helped save lives during the pandemic, period. My friend's godmother, who is 98 years old, died because somebody who had COVID came into her vicinity and they weren't vaccinated, and she died at 98 years old. She had no prior health issues. This is why I don't support false narratives, period. And I don't support what is happening behind the scenes, trying to divide communities and division. And doxing somebody else is not a beautiful thing to do. Nora just did another post. She's rage baiting her audience to give them clicks and views. And if she does show up at that pre-trial hearing, she will be going to jail. I'm just speaking the truth. There is a restraining order out on her. And I'm going to continue to speak my truth, because what she's doing behind the scenes, attacking all the good mods that protect their communities, is not okay. She's done it with several communities. And one of Aaron's mod actually does go out and protest Scientology every single week. So I don't support what Nora is doing. And a lot of people in Clearwater, Florida support the protesters in Clearwater, Florida, doing the work, trying to expose the abuses about Scientology, how it destroys families, causes disconnection. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about dead Agent E, because I think it's appropriate to do so after I have my dental appointment, because I do have to go to the dentist tomorrow. Cavities don't wait. And I'm going to continue to support my friends. So, and if people have an issue with it, they can just go suck it. Thank you and have a great day. I might trigger people, but I'm going to say it how it is. Nora's channel and Nora's people in her channel can go suck it, because they don't know the truth. They don't know anything about me. They haven't gotten to know me. They don't know anything about me. They have not gotten to know me. So they can go suck it. Thank you and have a great night. I'm going to continue to do the content I love outside of anti-Scientology content. But I am going to continue to speak my truth about what I've seen behind the scenes. And I've seen Reese's mods in Nora's chat. I've seen Tori Magoo's mods in Nora's chat. If you're a good moderator, you wouldn't be going into somebody else's channel to troll. And you wouldn't go into other people's channels to troll. It's just wrong. I don't ever do that on Nora's channel. So, there you go. Thank you and have a great night. Take time for your family and friends. Family and friends are important to me. Sadly, my mom just had to go to a funeral for one of her friends who supported her when she moved back to Delaware after my mom and dad got divorced. She was a single mother raising 2 children because she got no child support from my dad. He was a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. So I suggest people start being kind because they don't know what somebody's been going through in their personal life, in their daily life. Thank you and have a great night. Take time for your family and friends. Just do the things you love. Thank you and have a great night.